The map in an open world video game like Grand Theft Auto can be considered the cornerstone of the entire experience. After all, it's the most important part of the game, it's the one place you won't be able to leave no matter what you do. And considering we're talking about a GTA title, it's probably the place where we'll be locked up for the next few decades, in plural. Strangely enough, over the years, this aspect has been one of the most leaked elements in Rockstar releases. And yes, I'm also referring to the days when the company was more secure than many governments around the world. Even back when Rockstar was at the forefront of secrecy and security, the map was the one element that always ended up leaking sooner or later. And it usually happened in one of two ways. The first, which we'll call the natural method, is when fans piece together maps using footage from trailers, screenshots, and gameplay clips to create a concept map that surprisingly ends up being pretty accurate. And then there's the not natural method, where the entire map just leaks outright for some reason before release. That's exactly what happened with Red Dead Redemption 2. Similarly with GTA 5, part of Los Santos was leaked when an official image of the collector's edition with the map rolled up was accidentally revealed. As for GTA 6 so far, and almost miraculously, we haven't had a not natural map leak. That said, the 90 leaked videos showing gameplay recordings from various areas of the map have allowed fans to organize a concept map that's already at a pretty advanced stage, and that's exactly what we're going to dive into in this new video about GTA 6 locations. In the last video, which I'll link at the end of this one, we focused on specific places like buildings, businesses, recreational areas, and other points of interest. This time we'll be looking at open spaces and giving much more attention to the community organized map. And for our first location, we have something that will undoubtedly grab the attention of all motor enthusiasts. After more than a decade of racing through the streets of Los Santos, then soaring through the skies, and even speeding through underground tunnel, we're finally gonna have at least one fully paved proper racetrack. Later, I'll explain why I emphasize at least one. What we know so far is that this racetrack will be located in the western part of the map. Don't take most of its layout too seriously, as the only confirmed section is the part shown in black. The red lines? Pure speculation. We know it's a proper circuit because from the air we can clearly see the distinctive features of a racetrack: sharp corners, racing curbs, smooth asphalt, and of course the classic advertisements that are often painted on the inside of many turns. The leak, if you've seen it, is incredibly clear. It's actually the only video showing a large section of the game's open world map, which is why this black outline is so accurate. Essentially, it's like we've gotten an aerial view of the map. In the lower part of the clip, we can clearly see one of these sharp turns complete with the classic interior advertising on the corner. This racetrack appears to be inspired by the Sebring International Raceway, which was built on a former military airfield and is now the Sebring Regional Airport. Similarly, in GTA 6, this area will also seemingly double as a small airfield, as the game's main international airport is located just a few kilometers away. Now, I mentioned earlier that this will be at least one of the racetracks in the game. That's because it's still unclear whether the current Formula 1 circuit will appear in any form. Its absence would make sense for two reasons. First, the GTA 6 map was likely designed long before 2021. The leaked video dates back to April 2021, and the map already looks completely organized, with testing focused on other aspects of the game. Map design is one of the earliest steps in development, so it's likely this map has been conceptualized for years. Second, the Miami Formula 1 circuit wasn't announced until April 2021, the exact same month as the leaks, and it didn't host its first F1 race until the 2022 season. Furthermore, it's a street circuit, so including it in GTA 6 wouldn't make much sense, as it would block off several city streets. Many people have no idea that GTA 6 will feature two separate detention facilities for criminals. One of them is the Vicedale County Jail, located in the southern part of the map, very close to the city. This jail can be seen in the opening shots of the trailer and is where the protagonist would serve her sentence. On the other hand, there's the state prison, where inmates are locked up for longer periods. This facility is located in the western part of the map, far from the city and right next to the racetrack mentioned earlier. In one frame from the leaks, this prison can be spotted from a nearby location. As always, I'll leave the name of the clip since I can't show it directly. The port of Vice City is situated on this island. It's the setting for the leaked video where Jason is seen opening containers, with the Portofino Tower visible in the background, a building made famous by its appearance in fake leaks to enhance their credibility. Of course, this port can also be seen in the trailer at the 23-second mark during the scene with the speedboats. This takes place in the southeastern part of the island. Interestingly, this doesn't seem to be the only port on the map. Over in Gellhorn, located on the opposite side of the map, there's another port that could connect Vice City and Yorktown by sea. The presence of two ports in the game could be intriguing if Rockstar implements maritime trade routes with cargo ships, or perhaps even a fast travel option between the cities. But what exactly is Yorktown? Yorktown is one of the cities that will appear on the map in GTA 6. It seems like we're returning to a multi-city map, and while Vice City will serve as the main metropolis, there will be several medium-sized cities to balance out the map. This approach aims to avoid the situation in GTA 5, where years later you discover there was a lake here simply because you never had a reason to visit it. Rockstar appears to be striving for a balance more akin to what we saw with the San Andreas map. Based on leaks, Yorktown is expected to be a medium-sized city. Not as large as a main city like Vice City, but significantly bigger than towns like Paleto Bay or San sandy shores from GTA 5. This would make it a much more interesting place to visit, likely offering a variety of businesses, interiors, missions, activities, and infrastructure such as its own port or possibly even an airport. Not to mention, there will likely be missions that specifically require us to visit. For reference, Yorktown is believed to be inspired by Panama City, a real city located in the northwest of Florida. Don't confuse it with Panama the country. If Yorktown follows its real-life counterpart, we're looking at a fairly large built-up area, though not the classic city of skyscrapers and towering buildings. Instead, it will likely reflect a more rural American vibe, surrounded by green landscapes due to the forested area in which it's located. Of course, we also know there will be smaller towns similar to Paleto Bay. One such town is located in the southern part of the map, right at the last stretch of highway before reaching the Keys. There's a well-known leak showing this location where a police chase unfolds along one of the town's streets. The minimap was activated in the video, which allowed us to precisely identify the layout and street distribution of this small, yet-to-be-named town. Some very old rumors hinted at the presence of an amusement park unlike anything we've seen before in the series, far superior to what we saw in GTA 5 and GTA 4. A massive entertainment complex directly inspired by Disney World. In reality, this park is also located in Florida, making its appearance in Leonida quite plausible. Of course, today we have more evidence than just rumors to suggest its existence on the GTA 6 map. The most compelling clues are two random events that were leaked along with a large list of other events. One of them was titled something like Roller Coaster Vomit, while the other was called Mystery in Fairyland Forest. Although Fairyland seems to be the name chosen for this amusement park, it hasn't been officially confirmed. This is because in the original GTA Vice City, we could see a billboard for an amusement park referred to as Fun World. The lettering on the sign used the same font as Disney, making it clear that Fun World was the original Disney World equivalent in the GTA universe. It may have seemed like too impersonal of a name, which is why they might have decided to change it, though it's also possible that Fairyland refers to a specific attraction or area of the park, in my honest opinion. Either way, having this image from GTA Vice City is surprising, and if Rockstar considered this detail, they might have tried to faithfully recreate the appearance of this park, which would be incredible, like having the first glimpse of GTA 6 over 2 decades ago. This point has much deeper roots that even connect to other titles in this series. Disney already exists within the Grand Theft Auto universe under the name Fred's Pictures. Its owner, and what would be the parody of Walt Disney, is Fred Quincy, who we discovered during GTA 5's story is the murderer of Isaac, better known as the corpse in the mine killed back in 1949. This whole storyline, included with GTA 5's arrival on PS4 and Xbox One, could have a new chapter in GTA 6. Perhaps it could feature an amusement park based on Fred's Pictures with a sinister mystery lurking in one of its forests. And now we head to the northern part of the map to meet Sarah. In the real world, you'll know it as NASA, and in GTA 6 we will be able to find its facilities on the map parodying Cape Canaveral. This location will be used for rocket launches, which will be a sporadic event in the game world. We know of its existence once again thanks to a random event from the leaked list where a rocket launch goes wrong due to an engine failure during liftoff, resulting in a terrible accident. Of course, the existence of such events in the game doesn't mean there will be any possibility of traveling to space or anything like that. In fact, I'm sure the game will have 1,000 ways to prevent you from even attempting it if you try to latch onto the rocket somehow. On the other hand, it's incredibly exciting to imagine what players could do with such an innovative feature in a world like Grand Theft Auto. Get ready for videos of people trying to stop the rocket launch or finding all kinds of creative ways to grab onto it. This has been part 2 of the locations we already know about GTA 6's map. Soon, with the release of Trailer 2, we'll get a good amount of new information that will surely help us update this community organized map even further. And of course, we'll be back with part 3. Now, if you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend watching the first video to discover some very interesting locations, even within Vice City itself. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.